Welcome, everyone, to Just Another WoW Show. My name is Eric, and I am 1/3 of your nerd on this show. With me, let me introduce Trevor, our 100% critically acclaimed man beef.
Man beef! I still don't think that's right.
Hey, it's what the critics said.
I'll still own it. I'll still own it. Thanks, whoever it was.
Slight LOL.
Oh, it's funny you remember.
I know.
It's probably a dude. I don't know. I got options, man. What can I say?
All right. Also with us, we have our man behind the curtains here, our Wizard of Oz, Andre.
Heyo.
That was good.
Yep, that was great.
Well,
hey guys, this is Just Another WoW Show, and here we talk nothing but World of Warcraft. You can go ahead and contact us with any questions or concerns at justanotherwowshow@gmail.com. You can also watch us live at its_jaws at Twitch, and you can also watch the replay of this on YouTube by searching for Just Another WoW Show. I think we also have a Twitter.
Twatter?
We do have a Twitter account.
And that's
Tweets.
its_jaws.
Tweets! Tweeters!
All right.
Twitters!
Well, semantics are out of the way. Let's get into the game.
Now we got the intro.
What about 11K Industries?
Oh, all right, we can talk about them now.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, 11K Industries is a custom case manufacturer. They build custom mods for computer cases. They have a website. It's 11k.industries@gmail.
No. It's
We
not.
have that.
We have it.
Yeah, hold on. Let's pull that up.
Yeah, let's bring that up.
It was like slide 4.
Yeah, we got it right there. No. See,
5.
There it is.
There it is.
11kindustries.weebly, WEEBLY.com.
That's their website. You can go ahead and check them out. We'll put that in the description notes of this video, so you can go ahead and click that. These guys are some really cool guys. They've been doing custom cases for a little while, but they actually just started actually selling these cases. You can go ahead and contact them and request the different kinds of cases. Send them pictures, send them graphics, send them ideas. They'll be in contact with you, and they'll let their pricing determine, or the pricing will be determined based on the work that you request them to do and what materials you use with them.
And they do a good job. I've seen a few of their cases. They look amazing.
They do.
So anyways, how have you been this week, dude?
I've been good.
Yeah? What'd you do?
I have been busting my rump on trying to figure out how to make a Ret Paladin viable in 2s. It's been quite frustrating, but the thing I'm noticing is I have really low defense.
Very low defense. You die, so you melt. This guy melts.
Once I get
Like a
trained,
candle.
there's no way for me to get out of it. And I have my bubble, but after that, it's just a couple seconds of breather, and they jump right back on me. So
That's what she said. Heyo. Look out. Dirty.
So yeah, I mean it's been interesting trying to figure out how to get through being focus targeted, because that's pretty much how every one of our 2s starts. It pretty much starts with me staying on my mountain running away while they try and get me.
Yeah. Hey, dude, hide over there for a second. Make them look for you. While they're trying to find you, I'm going to beat on them for a minute.
That's pretty much until they turn and stop and say, all right, you know what, screw this, we're going to go jump on the warrior. As soon as they do that, then I'm going to come around the corner now.
And they go, rawr.
And then they all switch targets.
Rawr.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what's been going on. I did my first RBG this week. I thought it was pretty easy. I started using OQ to do that, and it was actually, I just threw together a YOLO group, I think is what it's called. All I know is that you get conquest points even if you lose an RBG.
So what's a yo-yo group?
YOLO
Yo-yo group? It's a yo-yo group now.
Yeah.
What is it normally called again?
You only live once.
Yeah, YOLO. You only live
that's
once.
so dumb. Really?
I know.
Is that a thing?
But
Unfortunately, they made it a thing.
That's a thing.
I don't know where that started, but it.
Well, I'm assuming that's you're just screw it. It's like a pug group for RBGs.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's
Then
just
why
an
do they
easy
call
way.
it a YOLO group? That's stupid.
I don't know, but I did that. And
I could see
got
if that
my
was
cap.
like a game mode, like you only live one. Like if you die and you're out.
I think that's called like
Like a death match or like a survival. Oh, that'd be so cool.
They actually have that in the game. It's an unofficial thing, but they actually have something you can
Like, doesn't Diablo have a? Oh,
Yep,
that was awesome.
Hardcore.
Yeah, and then
Die
once
once.
you die, you die.
Yep.
Thanks. That man, that one hurt. That burp came out like sideways.
Yep.
Ugh, kind of
Max level
stunk a little
70.
bit.
My buddy died at 64. Can't play the character ever again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be interesting to try that.
I would
think,
never do that.
I think they should do a battleground like along some like those lines. You know,
Sudden
like-
death battleground.
Yeah, like once like do like a 20v20, and once you die, you go back and you have to stay, but you get like locked in a cage, and then once you're dead, you're dead. Or like like a dodgeball style game. Like if you get killed, you go back, and then the only way that you can
Go
come
back in
in
as
is
if your team killed somebody
yeah,
else.
if your team kills, so it would just be a slaughter fest. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Do you remember that fight in Naxxramas? I can't remember his name, but like when you kill the opposing NPC, it goes to the ghost side.
Yeah. Not Noth. Is it Noth the
I
Plaguebringer?
have no clue.
I don't
But
know, that's
either
a
way,
dumb
so
fight to solo.
you kill him, or you kill the ads. So like if we're PvPing and I kill
Right.
you, you then go to the ghost side,
Right.
and you can PvP on that. And like you still gather points, but it's less an objective of like, so you still have something to do, so you're not just sitting there staring at the screen.
We should do PvP like BG design. Like the thought behind this is just God. It would be so much cooler than capture the flag or stand by this stupid note. Anyways, Andre, how are you doing this week?
I'm good. I've been working on 2v2s too.
Tutus.
Yeah, 2-2s.
He wears tutus.
My brother and I trying to get a assassin rogue and a disc priest working well together.
That's a unique combination. I've actually seen that quite a few times. It works.
Yeah, it
it works.
does.
You got to be good.
Yeah,
you got to be really
we
good.
used to do holy subtlety, and we would lose at least 8 out of our 10 games.
Isn't that the typical like two's way to go is holy sub?
Yeah, I mean,
Screw
guess-
screw typical, man. It's
whatever you're winning
rolling
with.
a rep paladin and an arms warrior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Lyles, since he's pretty new with the subtlety rogue, he couldn't get it. He could do good one-on-one with somebody, but then when the other person come in and smashed his face, now I was there with my thumb in my, where, and
That's your. Hey, by the way, when you're in an arena, you have to heal your partner. I don't know. You just. Oh, hey, look, you're dying.
is that what it is? Oh man.
Oh man, but if they attack me, I'll bubble the shit out of myself.
Well, see, that's what I like. Disc
No,
priest,
but it's-
highly mobile. A warrior comes in, I can just make him my little puppet bitch.
Get real.
Run around.
Get
he
real.
Can't get me, and
This
Yeah.
guy talking smack over here.
I think there's a 1v1 duel
I think there is. I think we're gonna
Put the banner
live,
down.
I think we're gonna live stream it. Right, we're gonna as soon as we can. I'm gonna pull that up. I'm gonna live stream my duels against
man, I
all
want to
of
mind
our.
control you and just have you
all of
jump
our-
off the damn wall.
You know what? I'll stand on that wall when you go to mind control. Oh, I wonder if I could. How cool would it be to spell reflect on mind control?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be intense, dude. Oh, that would be awesome. Spell reflect, and then he'd be like derp to derp to derp. Ah!
Do you see
That'd
your
be
peak?
amazing. No,
You're pushing the peak every time you start talking.
you're a peak. Shit.
So-
So
Yeah.
that's it.
All right, so now let's go. Let's start off with going into the arena. Let's go into that, and since we've already been kind of covering a lot of our PvP stuff,
yes,
but is there any specific topics in PvP that you want to get off your shoulders, off your breasts?
yeah, I feel
Chest.
like no breast was the proper of my breasticles. Yeah, no, I mean, they're just that ability pruning deal is. I think there's going to be a lot of issues with PvP come the start of this expansion.
So what's that ability they got rid of? They got you all.
Shut up, man. All right, guys. They removed. They changed the arms rotation a little bit, and they attached. Or no, Mortal Strike now replaces Heroic Strike, which doesn't make any freaking sense. I'm assuming they just got rid of Heroic Strike, or they're melting the two together. And then, not only that, but they removed an ability.
They removed his overpower.
They removed Overpower. And you know what? I wouldn't be so upset if they made Overpower is good because it can't be dodged, or I think it can still be parried. And no, might not be either way. It hits for an okay amount, The damage per rage is like higher than any other ability.
It's a low rage.
Low rage. And I mean, you get 2 charges per Mortal Strike use, which is good because it reduces the cooldown on Mortal Strike. And it's
also the global cooldown is less than other abilities.
What do you mean?
How quickly you can spam it?
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's the cooldown, the global cooldown is reduced to 1 second instead of 1.5 seconds. So I can get 2 of those off before you can get 2 of your whatever you have off.
You can get 3 overpowers off before I can get 2.
Yeah, right. I get
or
3 off.
time I can get 2.
But I have to like stack them up. But like if I got a long fight going, I could stack up 5 of those. And like if a rogue does evasion and where they dodge all the time, it's like get real, bro. 5 hits, boom, 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 boom. You're done. Yeah. Rogues. That's how. Don't tell anybody, but and I don't know. They're getting rid of it, and I just don't. There's a few changes they're getting rid of, and I mean I'm not too keen on like the other class abilities and what all. But they recently there was a alpha patch notes that posted up on the 23rd of May.
Yep.
So like Friday, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of changes. Well, not really a lot. It was a fair amount of changes, but it was still a lot of like, little updates here, little change, little tweaks to damage and numbers.
They're getting to the point where they're starting to actually figure out the percentages. Like I saw something like they did something to the health of all the classes, like where I don't really remember, but basically they're fine tuning the numbers. They're starting the whole number system, which is all fine. It's the part that I don't really care about because they can go up and down on all those numbers throughout the entire the beta, alpha, and all that stuff. So I'm not really concerned about what they do with those at this point.
I'm not either. I just think the abilities, like the changes, are just
the pruning. I think we're gonna have to experience. I mean, it's gonna be a new play style, which is cool because every expansion they typically bring us a new play style. But I don't think there was anything wrong with arms. I don't.
No, I don't either, and I can see how the people think that the PvE was kind of dull, but even then, still, I don't think it was that dull. It was like it was a priority system. If you knew what you were doing and did it right, it didn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, like even for me, like I hardly played my warrior. I got in on him, put in some gear on him. I got some flex gear, and I started pushing through raiding. And I was able to compete in DPS. I was actually in my progressive raid group. When I was running my warrior, I was not the top DPS, but I was around the middle. But I didn't really know what to do. I'm like when we talked, I spammed overpower every chance I could because I couldn't build enough rage.
Won't be doing that anymore.
No. But I spammed over. I did the complete wrong rotation according to you. And you really know what's with warriors, but
right.
I was doing it wrong according to you, but I was still pumping out really high numbers.
Right, and I think that's
why I don't think it was difficult. That's why I don't think anything needs to be changed, because if they're saying that they're going to be simplifying it, it was already pretty dang simplified. If I could just walk in and put my face on the keyboard.
Yeah, I mean it's very. I think that's what it is. And with a lot of classes, they're claiming this, that they don't want to simplify it. They want to add depth. So we'll take away this ability and make this ability take its place. I don't get it, man.
I don't know how that adds depth, but
I mean
it adds depth to the tooltip because the tooltip gets long as heck.
Yeah, no, man. That's like they're doing a lot of wonky stuff, and I don't. Well, I get it. I do get it, but I guess I shouldn't complain until I get a chance to test it.
No.
Once I get a chance to test it, that's fine. That's the only thing I'm going to do in beta is PvP. I'm not going to go out and do questing because I think they said when beta comes out or even the alpha, you'll be able to have a level 100 character.
Mm-hmm. They're going to start tuning at level 100 and go backwards.
Yeah, which is awesome.
I think it's a great idea.
Perfect idea. Great idea. Yeah, and the other thing I want to talk about is I just want add more depth into Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Battlegrounds are really getting dull.
Yeah, and
really getting dull.
The one thing I have to complain about, like the complexity of some of them are just obnoxious. Like, excuse me. What's that gold mine cart one?
Cat Mogu's
the gold mine cart map.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. The gold mine cart. That's what we're going to call it.
We're just going to call it that.
The gold mine cart, Matt.
Anyway, so you have your 3 nodes, and it makes sense that you need to hold 2 or 3. But I've
As
lost.
they're moving.
Huh?
As they're moving.
What's moving?
No,
The
that's
carts.
that's a different one. He's
What?
talking
No,
about.
no. I'm talking about the ones where there's the 3 flags.
Oh, I thought we were
And
talking
then-
about the actual carts.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
So
where
the
you
3
where you get
flags-
you're talking where you get the cart all the way from your base. Okay,
Yeah, and you go steal the enemy's cart, the gold cart, and you bring it back.
Yeah.
When I first started playing that, I don't really understand how you gather points. Like, what's better to own all 3 places or to spend your time stealing the carts? Because I've lost. We've had 2 bases, and they just kept stealing our cart. And I'm like thinking, okay, well they only stole it like 3 times and then they won. And I'm like, what the frick?
The
just
carts
happened?
is huge. Carts
They're
gives
like
you a lot of
200 points.
Yeah, but
They're
it's
like-
only like 1,600 points total.
Right. It's 2. So they only had 1 base.
You,
And
I
then
think
stole
you still
3 carts.
I think you still gain points with 1 base. I think you gain points no matter what. Now.
No, you gain points only when you have a base. Otherwise, that team that we rolled,
Oh yeah, they had none.
yeah, they
We
had
skunked them.
Yeah, we skunked them.
It was awesome.
But like, I just don't fully understand how that points progress with that one. I don't understand like what's more important. I mean, mainly because I'm not really paying attention. I just go in there, and go, okay, if I just kill them enough, they won't be able to play.
Well,
So-
I'm getting tired of just the same. This thing's bugging me. I'm getting tired of the same type of like game modes. Like, okay, you have capture the flag, and then you have this.
King of, not even King of
It's
the Hill.
no, it's like secure this many. No, you have to have a majority.
Domination.
Yeah, it's like domination.
Yeah.
There you go. And then there's like the PvE stuff where you go kill the other team's boss. Those are the only 3 type of game. And then they got these new ones. They got like the Cap Mogu where you grab the orbs and you just it's kind of like a death match, but not really.
That one's all. I actually really
I do
that
like
one.
that one. That one does, but except when people like try to cheese it and grab the orb and they take their whole team way out in the middle of nowhere. And
Doesn't
like,
it teleport the orb back once they've been outside of the temple for so long, though?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it does.
Does
Does
it?
it?
Oh, okay. I never tried
thought
to
I
cheese
heard.
it.
Yeah, I've never tried, but I've heard someone say that you can only be outside of the ring, outside of the
For so long.
Coliseum for like a minute.
That
or
makes
something.
sense. But I mean, either way, there's not like the minecart. What's the one with the actual minecart? Like
Silver Shard Mine. Or
Silver.
something.
There you go. That's what that is.
Hey, I remembered one.
There you go. Is that one's kind of interesting and cool in the fact that you have to stay with your little minecart and you gotta like run along, and people are stupid and they don't understand. There's a big freaking circle on the ground and they're on your team and they're fighting dudes all the way over here, and there's three alliance say inside the thing, and you got 5 of your team and they cap the node because your 5 dudes wouldn't stand in the damn circle. Pisses me off. Do away with that. I think they need to add more depth into battlegrounds such as death matches. I think that idea that we had like a dodgeball format,
Yeah.
and then they need a King of the Hill.
The King of the Hill one is something that you brought up a long time ago.
That was like episode 2.
No. Before we made this
Oh,
show.
oh yeah, way before
It was
the
like
show.
2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We started talking about this. So I'm just going to break down the general concept. So general concept is you have this big mountain in front of everyone. Mountain.
More like a
Mountain.
hill. I
Well,
think.
all right. So hilltop, plateau. You have a plateau, and then you have each team starting at my elbows, and then you travel up to the top, and you start doing all this battling. And while you're there, there's a lightning god or a wind god or something. And after so long of being up there, whoever stays up, like when you die, you spawn back at the base of the mountain. You have to run back up. And if at any point, it's kind of like when you stand in the carts, the more people you have up there,
That's who controls it.
that's who controls it. And then the wind god, then after so long, after 2-3 minutes, knocks everybody off, and you have to start all the way over.
Right. So
And
it's
the-
like fair. Everybody gets a chance. That we all got knocked off. Oh, run back up.
Yeah. So you run back up, and that we'll say that he does it like 5 times. Maybe he does it. There's a way to like make him overcharge earlier so that he pushes everyone off sooner.
Oh, that'd be
Um,
interesting.
But yeah, like that's the basic
Like
concept.
controlled mines or something that like the Throne of Thunder. That would have been perfect time to do that.
yeah, Throne of
for
Thunder.
Throne of Thunder.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Oh man, this is so cool. I really wish they would do something like that because I could think about it all day. He likes Nutella. Yeah, me too, man. Tastes good on a sandwich. Anyways, but I think a dodgeball like deathmatch format would be.
Yeah.
You know, you get a kill, that person dies. They go back to their graveyard and they get to whatever over there, and then they get to come back in. They literally can sit there and do nothing. I don't know, make a freaking Bejeweled, or I don't know, make them play Hearthstone, whatever. And then if your team gets a kill, then the other guy gets to come back. I think that would promote healing in Battlegrounds. That would, you'd probably see a lot of healers and a lot of tanks, but I mean, there's always a way to overcome it.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I'm actually looking forward to that they're doing with PvP is forcing people when you actually queue. Mm-hmm. They're forcing people, if you said you would be a healer and they tell you that you got the role as a healer, they're forcing you to stay in that spec, because it's basically saying, don't lie to me, bro. Like,
dude, I watched a paladin and a priest that came into a BG. They both went from, they were already in their healing gear and spec, and it said they were healers. Once they got in, they changed. The pally went ret, and the freaking healer went shadow. I'm like, they were two healers, and they both went DPS.
And then the team we were fighting was two healers, two healers, so it was just obnoxious.
I can't believe people do that, man. Like, why would you queue as a... I think people are just ignorant, and they think it's like a dungeon.
A faster queue time.
Yeah, and it
does not help you guys get a faster queue time in PvP. In LFR, in LFG, all that stuff, it works. Go ahead and try and do it now, because you're going to be screwed. You're going to be forced to what is that thing called? Healing?
Yeah,
you're going to be forced to heal, but you're also not going to be able to queue, you're not going to be able to queue for heroic dungeons unless you have your Proving Grounds silver.
Yeah,
LFR doesn't have any limitations.
Great.
See
what?
Oh, after playing Heroes of the Storm for a little bit and kind of seeing, the Blizzard team, mess around with more of objective-based PvP stuff, I'd really like to see, what are you doing, man?
Keep talking, I'm listening.
I can't. That's just.
I'm still listening. What's going on? Why are we all looking at me?
Because that's more.
It's like I'm on camera.
It is more entertaining.
It is.
Anyways, Heroes of the Storm. Oh, that's right. You got in the alpha.
We'll talk about that at the very end.
Punk.
Well, maybe you should have signed up like when I did, like 8 months ago. I had to wait 8 months, okay?
I did sign up.
I don't want to hear it. So that's what I'd like to see. Alltech Valley, when it first came out, amazing. The only problem is it's not really an objective-based thing. You just got to kill points.
I don't think it's that amazing. I think it's kind of obnoxious.
When it first came out, vanilla.
Oh, that'd be cool if they did another Alternate Valley.
If they revamped it, if I kill
Isle of Conquest,
Isle of Conquest is just
stay on target.
Sorry. Anyway, where they have a flag here, and your team captures that flag. Well, now you get minions that spawn, kind of like in Heroes of the Storm kind of thing.
Oh, like League of Legends?
No, it won't be that dumb. But
I think they're doing this with that new Ashran. That the PvP zone is going to be like that. You're going to have like creeps, and they're going to.
And that would be cool, because then.
So I heard.
Then you summon like these more powerful minions that could actually turn the tide if you're not careful, and then you'd have like certain points that these minions would just target. They would target the structures first, obviously,
right?
And then
So you want a battleground that's like Dota?
No. Not
I think that would be kind of cool.
Like Heroes of the Storm in WoW.
Yeah, but but it wouldn't work that way, because Heroes of the Storm obviously is limited third-person view. So I mean, you can.
Have you not seen the Dotas that what are those called? MOBAs, right?
Yeah, they're MOBAs. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you not seen the MOBA that's first person?
No.
Oh well, they have one out there, and it's actually pretty cool.
Wintergrasp was a lot like that. Remember Wintergrasp? Yeah. Wintergrasp really was a lot like that. Like there was people had to protect their base. There was different lanes they could go up, and there was NPCs fighting each other.
Yeah,
it's a lot like that.
I'm not saying they need to rip off a MOBA, because it technically wouldn't work the way with what Blizzard has. It would be.
Well, they've discussed actually making that in the game. That's one of the style of battlegrounds that they've actually posted and said that they're looking to make.
See, I think
they just don't understand the viability of it.
I think mine are... No, I'm just kidding. Either way, I think they just need to mix up. I mean, they could even keep the same maps in these games. And
just apply different objectives to them.
Hell, I mean,
do different.
Can you imagine doing Warsong Gulch and those huts that have the Zerker buffs? are your like domination points.
That would be cool.
And it's just putting those there, and then you have your other 2. So you have 4. You have your 4 things, and each faction has 2 that's favorable, and they both can hold both just those 2. And so it's kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll give you guys those 2, and we'll give the alliance these 2. So if you guys don't do anything about it, then you guys are gonna tie.
Oh, so like killing people won't add to your points? That would be cool.
That would be, but
That
then
would be cool.
Then you have people just farming in the middle.
I could think tank BGs all day.
Yeah.
But you know what would be really neat? You know that chess boss battle in Karazhan? They could do something like that in PvP where you have like, you know, the alliance has
Vehicles in PvP is not player versus player.
It would be something different.
No, that would be. I think it'd be a cool like a duel style kind of thing to do, like play chess against somebody like that, like life size chess. But I don't like in a PvP like
I think
instance
Microsoft
PvP.
has like a chess game you can download and play against other people.
It's actually built in.
No way.
Yeah.
You can do that on the internet?
Yeah. So let's
Could be facetious. Have you guys seen the new Azeroth choppers?
Yes, actually I did. Go ahead, Trevor. You go ahead. You go ahead.
You.
No,
No.
you.
Okay, I went on a rant about this last week, and I think somebody listened because they didn't, already have this stuff recorded and edited.
Yeah.
So they watched our show last week, and they were like, you know what, this guy's right. I think it's probably every other podcast and show.
Hey guys, how many weeks do we have left? 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, and that was the funny part, is they didn't do any of that. They were like, guys, we've been slacking off for the last 3 weeks, and we played a lot of World of Warcraft, but check out the bike. The bikes look bitchin', dude.
Yeah.
The bikes look awesome.
Bikes look awesome.
This is like they're 2-3 episodes away from being finished.
2. I think next week's the voting, and then the week after that, they announce the winner.
God, man, and I think that's funny because like this is really the first time I've actually had a chance to like see what the bikes are going to look like. I mean, they had the
what is
rough
this?
sketches.
This is episode 6, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Episode 6 is the first time that we actually saw the bikes. Well, okay, so we saw the framework in episode 1. Mm-hmm. Then 5 episodes later, we see the actual like halfway model to where they're sending them for paint.
Yeah.
And now we have next episode, and we're going to see like the full done up bike so that we can vote.
Which I thought was really cool. I think they should have been doing this the whole time, just showing about the bikes. It would have been much cooler.
You know what else I was really interested in that episode? Where they started talking about like, okay, hey, we're going to get a leg up and start actually developing these in the game.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was really cool. And then he breaks down like how they did the sky golem. Oh my God, that is a lot of moving. I don't think I could ever do like. I always thought like, oh, game design would be so much fun. No, I'm a thinker, not a doer. Did you see all that stuff? It was so intense.
I'm actually looking to get into that kind of stuff.
Oh man, that'd be so cool.
That software was already built. They're using an engine they built a long time ago. So realistically,
dude, quit trying to downplay it. That dude's got skill. Do you see that thing?
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing it for years. Of course, he's got skill.
He's better than me. He's good.
I'm just saying. I'm not downplaying him. I'm just saying that their engine that they built, which isn't a small feat, they're just reusing that engine, which makes their life easier.
Well, yeah, I know
they
that.
They still have to color everything in, and shade everything, there's no way that it's still simple.
Never.
Otherwise, they'd be pumping content out like no other.
Well, simpler. I'm not saying it. You misunderstand. I mean, I'm not downplaying them. I'm just saying, what they did was cool. I'm just saying that they're using it. They're using their own tool. Of course, they're going to look badass with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I think after so long of working with something, you get good at it, and you can tell. Like, I know it's stuff they've used before. Like, it's all old stuff. They've used it for a while, but like that's so cool. Yeah, that is so cool, man. To be able to he's like, this is the skeleton, and it's all like, dude, that is just so cool,
to
man.
Give them praise. I mean, playing with Heroes of the Storm. The amount of small, intricate detail they put into every one of those character models is impressive. I mean, every one of those.
That's what I'm talking about.
Every one of them moves differently. I mean,
he talked about the little particles and how he can make gravity affect each one differently. I'm like, what? Yeah. And I know that's just he's got to just say this and then plug in a number and it's okay, it does a thing now.
Okay, all right. So I've been working on a 3D rendering text intro for us, and
Yes.
it takes a lot of effort. It really, like, I'm just literally putting just another WoW show on the screen, and then like a camera panning in, and that's like it. That's like all I'm doing, and then
Which is
then
also
it explodes.
Very impressive.
Thank you, but it's still stupid hard. Like it's not. It wasn't easy, and like applying
right.
gravity to all the different things and
That's
stuff.
insane.
It is a lot of things to consider, and I'm just doing like 3 shades. Like I want
Right,
to say
yeah.
there's like 3 layers to it that I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
That golem probably has thousands.
Oh, and I think how they laid it out flat, and the guy's like, okay, we lay it out flat, and then they color it, and then so you can see all the little like all the little shin bins, and this is the dude's elbows. But that's how they color it, and then they put it back together like all little polygons, and it has like art to it. It has a design. How did you know that's what it would look like when it was all flat? Did you see what it looked like all flat?
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
so weird, man.
Yet, when I'm still flying my priest on a whatever kind of flying rat that they have in that game for the horde, and I look under my priest, I am still missing everything down there.
What do you mean?
You just see the cape, then 2 little feet, and then there's like this big open gap, and then another piece of cape.
You're telling me you could see your underwear?
I can't.
You could see your underwear.
I mean, they put all that work into the mounts, and then when you look at the character models, you're like missing stuff.
Well, that's why they updated them.
Yeah, all the mounts look so cool. Oh, there was 2 new mounts this week. What are they called?
Oh, let me pull this.
Red Pony and
It's the red version of that Hearthsteed thing, but it's not. It's like a badass
it
version.
has some different
Let's-
things. It's like gold and red instead of the Hearthstone is blue and silver. Wait. Is it blue
The
and silver?
Hearthstone one looks kind of dumb. All right, it's the Grinning Reaver, which is like the mounts out of
AQ?
Yeah, AQ,
bugs?
but it looks cool. It looks way cooler.
Yeah, it definitely looks cool. I'm still not gonna ride one, but
I'm not either. You probably have to pay for these. And then there's the Warforged Nightmare, which is like the blue pony that you get for the Hearthsteed, but it's like all ironed out. It's got like spikes and stuff. It's so badass looking.
I actually have kind of a. I think it's because we discovered Animus and his blood, the red.
You said
blood from
something
that.
about that. It looks just like that.
Yeah, I think the Animus stuff is what's operating this thing. It's what's
horse.
making this thing alive.
It looks vicious, man. I don't know if it was something I could get easily, then yeah.
I don't know, that bug mount's got me sold, man.
Have you seen the video? The freaking bugs got the little. Oh, it's creepy as hell. It gives me nightmares. It's like something you'd see on like Doctor Who. You ever watch Doctor Who? Really? Am I the only nerd guy here that watches Doctor Who?
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen Doctor Who.
It's really interesting.
You might want to check your volume still.
You check it.
I saw like 1 episode and I turned it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So, what was your point of bringing up Doctor Who?
that looks like something out of Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
So where's my loot?
Oh, yeah, I'm done. Are you done with PvP?
I'm never done with PvP.
Well, the PvE this week is going to be pretty short because we don't have anyone on the show that's doing any PvE right now.
We don't, man. It's so when you're in almost a year of the same raid tier, it is absolutely miserable.
You brought up a really great point. Now, look, Garrosh, we went into Siege of Orgrimmar over 9 months ago. We penetrated Garrosh over 9 months ago. Where is my Warlords of Draenor baby? Like, do I need to go in and like perform a C-section and pull that thing out myself? I will.
Where's Garrosh's
The
Warlord's
baby was
butt
that
baby?
horrible War Crimes book, which I finished.
Yeah, see, I don't think
That's not
writing books is not good enough. Like
No, because that doesn't encompass the
transition.
people that play the game. That
No.
encompasses just the general,
No,
the
but I think
people who have
I
interest
think they
in
released
that.
that book just to give us a carrot on a stick. That's all they did.
See, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet, and I it's been recommended to me a lot from him. But
I wouldn't say recommended. I want you to read it so I can talk about it.
I think you're just gonna end up talking about it one day, and I'm not gonna care. I'm not a big spoilers kind of guy, like I'm still gonna see it and like experience it for myself. But yeah, it's not gonna spoil much.
Yeah, I mean, this week I was actually going to talk about my review of this book, but I think I need to wait another week and give you a fair one more week chance to
That's good.
take a look at it.
Good. How about the most recent the most recent patch 5.4.8? Seeing
The
how
Valor grind.
Yeah,
Oh, that Valor grind
I know
patch.
we griped about it last week, but man, it's getting so boring.
Yeah, I cannot stand that they said, you know what these people need to do? They need to grind more Valor. And I understand that they did it so that the people that are struggling with Siege of Orgrimmar can start pushing through it, because it's kind of like a boost. It's like an 8% boost to your character when you fully Valor upgrade. But at the same time, if you haven't gotten through Siege of Orgrimmar on Flex yet, which is really all you need to do.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I mean, if you want to go through normal, you're not allowed to have a nerf. I don't believe nerfs should ever touch heroic or normal mode.
Yeah, I agree.
I think if you're going to go through those, then you need to do it at the same difficulty as the first team that went through it and completed it. Now, if you want to do flex, I think that's like the medium mode.
I thought that's why they brought that in. You know, flex mode was for the people who either didn't have time to have a dedicated raid team or really didn't want to kind of try hard.
Yeah, I mean,
like me.
Yeah, I enjoy flex because it's actually fun, because
back.
it's a video game that I'm actually enjoying and having fun with.
Yep.
So when I was in the WildStar open alpha beta, whatever it was.
WildStar.
Well, here we go. This will be short. It's just a comic strip that I saw. So this comic strip that I saw, it has these two guys talking. And one of them's playing World of Warcraft or some other MMO, and then you have the guy that's playing WildStar. And he's like, so what'd you do? The WoW guy starts talking to the WildStar guy, and he's like, hey, so what'd you do last night? And he's like, WildStar guy goes, I was playing a video game last night. I was smiling the whole time. It was a good time. And he's like, oh, so did you grind up some reputation? Did you kill some raid boss? Did you get some valor? Did you get some new loot? WildStar guy's like, no, I just played a video game and had a good time. I didn't have any objectives.
That's interesting.
Just playing a fun game. And then I'm like, that's really what WildStar was.
Yeah.
It was a fun game to bullshit with, but it really, like, there was no end goal.
Yeah.
There was no real end goal for it. And I mean, they do have raiding and dungeoning and all that stuff, and I'm sure it's going to be great. But it was just to play the game to have fun, and that's how I look at flex. You're playing the game to have fun, and you're completing stuff.
And you're still getting, and you'll still be able to get like the tier loot and the good stuff. And
I really do. I think that's what WoW is missing, the aspect of just hopping on and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's why I've been PvPing lately. I mean,
PvP is like just a straight up. There's no gate, just go.
Yeah, it's a good outlet, man. You can just.
Well, and with playing multiple MMOs like WildStar, Fantasy, Final Fantasy 14, some of the other games that I've tested, I played a lot of MMOs because I like to, like what Eric, I like to see what the competition's out there. I like to see what other people are doing, and every time I would play those games. Eric, you are not a Jedi. Trevor, maybe.
Stay on target.
I can't with you guys, right?
I know that's the
Don't
fun
look
part.
at us.
Okay, I'll close my eyes.
We're not on camera.
Can you please grab that for me?
he has to do with the big old boot on his foot.
So
anyways,
so with all that, it's when those games first came out, all those games, they were fun. WildStar, I played it a little bit more. I got the guy up to like level 20, whatever class I was playing. I think it was like a medic or something, and I always had fun. Yeah, granted, I wasn't really grinding for anything, but that was actually kind of the nice appeal for it. I think Blizzard has gotten so wrapped around in their whole, mono vision that they feel that they have to give us objectives. Why can't they just? Just hop on and have fun?
Well, I'd have a hard time with that game if it didn't have objectives.
Yeah, if I don't have something I'm working towards.
That's
Cam
it.
8G.
Can Cam 8G? I'll answer that question here, but before we're gonna actually use your question as part of our
Next segment.
Yeah. We'll get to that. I promise. We'll get to that. The other changes. Okay, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, the Valor changes, the item upgrades got 2 extra upgrades, so you can upgrade an entire piece. If you got a new piece this week, it will take you 1,000 Valor to completely upgrade the item. So say you started raiding this week on a new character, and that character has 14, sometimes 16 slots that you can upgrade.
Somewhere around there.
So that's
It's over a baker's dozen.
and if you got them all like heroic gear, let's say, or let's say normal gear, and you wanted to upgrade all of them, it would take you so many weeks to get the gear, and then it would take you another, say, up to 16 weeks to completely upgrade the mount, assuming you don't get another upgrade for one of those pieces.
Yeah, over the next.
Oh my god, this is
dude,
just.
So on my tune right now, I have like 10 slots that need to be fully upgraded because I went through normal mode. So I need to get 1,000 Valor to upgrade one from 0 upgrades to 4 upgrades. To get, what is that, 16 item levels out of that one piece?
It's just
1,000 Valor.
Does not feel worth it.
An entire week's cap to do one upgrade, to upgrade one item. That's another 10 weeks out. Do you think like that they would have introduced this if they didn't go, you know what? We need to give them something to do for the next 10 weeks. Because we're not going to give them anything else for the next 10 weeks plus. And I mean, they've already talked about us not getting Warlords of Draenor until December, late December.
That was CYA, man. It's not. There's no way.
There's literally no way that they can do that because Valor grinding and rep grinding. I mean, look at the what was it, patch 5.0 when they released Mist of Pandaria, and they said, "Hey guys, let's do some reputation grinding."
God, it's
And
Lame.
and then they ended up patch fixing that with the Zandalar Warbringers, to where you can cap your rep in like an hour.
yeah.
So, I mean,
assuming
like,
nobody else was doing it.
The whole grinding aspect of that, like, it's not worth it. I mean, in all honesty, just work on your guys' teams, work on your teamwork, figure out your class mechanics, and just go through flex, go through normal mode. If you're struggling with heroic mode, you might not need to be there.
On a lighter note, I got my legendary this week.
Yay.
Yay!
So along with patch 5.4.8, they also increased the drop rates of the items needed.
They took that out of the official notes.
They did?
They did.
Whoa.
Well, it's like in there, but they didn't take it live.
Way to take away our candy.
I know, man.
That grind in
stupid.
itself. Like, I mean, I only have it on one tune. I'm not going to grind it on a second tune.
No way.
I don't think there's. I mean, it's a legendary. It's supposed to be rare, so I understand why there's so much of a grind. But that. Anyways, I'm sick of talking about this game being a grind because you don't actually have to do any of these things.
You don't have to. That's the best part.
If you don't want to do any of it, just don't. But in all honesty, if you want to experience this game and get some friends, get on Open Raid, get on OQ, group up with some people, and you guys will roll through normal and flex.
You know, I have a different take on that. I actually feel at times you have to do these things because you can't. If you don't get that legendary clay, you'll never fight Ordos, ever.
Yeah, but you don't need to fight him. That's
Yeah,
the
but-
thing.
but, I mean,
It's
that-
not a necessity. That's,
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to experience all the content, there are certain
Well,
things
that's-
you have to do.
yeah,
of
like,
course. I'm not just gonna like let you go do it just to do it. You know what I mean? Like
You have to get your character to level 90 if you want to experience the game. It's the same thing. They're putting gates in there.
Yeah, there has to be some like some things have to be exclusive to your abilities and your time and effort you put in. Ordos is one of those things. You put in that time and effort, you get to fight that guy. If you don't want to or don't care to, you don't have to. And it's not like he's that he's not a major player, a major impact with lore. He doesn't drop like the best gear you could possibly get. You know, I could see that. Like it feels that, but it's not. It's not a huge necessity.
No.
I felt like I wanted to do it because I don't know. I was close enough and I had nothing else to do. And now I'm at that point like, what do I do now? So
Yeah, it's definitely right now the content in WoW is super stale.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I've waited to PvP until now. I have not PvP'd in any expansion until now. So I'm glad that I'm finding the love for it right now to give me something to do to hold me over until Warlords, but I don't know if it's going to be able to do that.
I think so. I'll keep it up.
They better release that 6.0 patch here. Like some of the blue comments they've been talking about, they're going to release.
I have a feeling that
they've
that's
delayed alpha again because
They
you know
have.
what?
That's I don't. That's for the expansion. I think this patch the beta for that patch is probably going to be fairly soon. I have a feeling, I think it's only going to be in an alpha for like a couple weeks. And then it's going to go into a beta, and a closed beta, and then an open beta, and then 2 weeks later. I think we're like 2 months out, to be honest.
I can understand that. I mean, they are starting the ability pruning where they're actually getting down to the numbers of everything. So they are getting down to the point where they're ready for a beta. Now, they did announce one thing I thought was kind of funny. They announced that the alpha was going to be delayed. And then I think within the hour, they posted that they were adding purses and backpacks and wallets and
accessories. More
fanny
stuff,
packs.
More stuff to play My Size Barbie with. Yeah.
So they released that they've been working on like quivers and like tombs, like for the paladin. They have that spell book that sits at their hips, or or like just all the different things that like your character uses. They'll have those on them, like little pouches for your poisons or something like that.
Not my warrior. Mine carries his big old smash.
No, but so they're spending the time to work on all these things, and I'm just like, okay, so you guys delayed alpha because you wanted to make us purses. Fantastic. It just rubbed me the wrong way, like just the way that they released it. They're like, we're not gonna give you alpha yet, but hey, check out these purses and fanny packs we're making.
I thought they were kind of interesting, actually. Like,
I mean,
because I'm surprised that used to be in the game, didn't it? Like, that used to be a thing.
I don't think. Well, I think the items were a thing.
The quiver,
but you could never see it.
Yeah, but like, except on a hunter, you used to have a quiver on a hunter when you have to carry arrows and stuff in your bag. I don't know why they took that out. Anyways, let's get into the questions. What do you say?
All right.
I want to answer Cam. What? Read that for me, Andre.
Cam 8G.
Cam 8G asked us just a few minutes ago, what is our opinion on the new PvP changes? And unfortunately, he missed the first part of the show. But you know what? We'll go over it again.
Briefly.
Really.
You can check out the full version on our YouTube page that we'll be posting later. But we'll.
Something about overpower.
Shut up, man! Quit bringing this crap up. Actually, you know what? And thinking about it now over the last 40 minutes or so, I think I'm ready to just embrace these changes by now. No, I've played the same class since Classic.
In the last 40 minutes, he's had a moment of clarity.
Yeah, if I've had an epiphany, it's okay. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? It'll all be okay.
Everything will be all right.
Yeah, WoW needs purses. There you go. Our battle pet chihuahuas. That's awesome. Aren't they pugs? Or they have chihuahuas now?
No,
do they really have chihuahuas?
I don't know.
They're pugs.
That's awesome.
I know they have Stormwind rats or something. That might be what he's talking about.
The little battle pet that you could buy that had like the little brew thing. You could buy it for Hurricane Katrina, something like that. You know, you buy that, $10, go to them. Something like that.
Anyways, no,
so yeah,
you squirreled me.
So PvP. What do you feel?
I feel like I'm ready to just keep embracing it. I'm gonna roll with it. I like
Actually,
how they're gonna kind of slow down PvP combat a little bit, and I think it's gonna rely on more skill. I think you're gonna see people shine in the classes they're good at, and you're gonna see the people that are either just learning or don't know how to play a certain class. They are going to tank hard. And I think Arena is gonna start balancing out a lot more.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic that they're introducing by increasing health and reducing damage and reducing burst and reducing CC. There's going to be less chances in those 8-second CCs or 16-second CCs to really blow somebody up.
Right.
But the thing that I'm wondering if was it Candle 8? What was it?
Cam 8G.
Cam 8G. I am sorry. I can't see the screen. We need a bigger monitor. Cam 8G. I'm kind of thinking you're going the route of like the silver like bags and stuff that you get like once you complete a BG.
That's not. That's a different person. That's Eternal PH8.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, Eternal PH8 is saying something different. He also says your mic sucks, so why don't you speak into it more?
Well, it's a shitty mic, man. My bad.
Okay, well, you need to buy a new one.
I'll bring
Thanks
my
for letting
one.
us know, man.
Hey, appreciate that. Anyways.
But yeah, so the PvP changes, I think he's kind of talking about how like the rankings you get. So if it will say Warsong Gulch, you have the 3 flags. If you capture all 3, you get a gold ranking, so you have a higher chance at getting loot and conquest points with those chests that you get at the end. And then if you capture 2 flags, you get the silver chest and the bronze chest. If you capture just 1 flag, you just have the bronze chest, and you go from there. The other thing, what else are they changing with PvP? Ashran, they're introducing that, which I think is going to be great. I think it's just going to be Timeless Isle with focused on PvP. So I think that's going to be great. It's going to be kind of like a Wrath of the Lich King.
Wintergrasp?
Wintergrasp, yeah. I'm glad I thought of that. Wintergrasp.
I'm glad you thought of that too.
I remembered.
Eternal Fate. Eternal Fate.
Who would have thought? Who would have?
I don't know. That's like a whole different language, man.
I know. I don't speak lead either.
It's what?
Lead to speak. You know, like owned is spelled PWNED.
Why? I thought that was like pooned.
You've been pooned?
That's what I thought.
That's a good thing, though. You want to be pooned.
I do want to be pooned. I didn't know that's actually... Why P instead of an O?
I don't know. It's lead. It's stupid. I never got into it. It's what the elitists speak.
I would really think that'd be something you would speak.
I am not an elitist by any sense of the imagination.
He tries.
Yeah.
I want to get the next question. Yeah, I hope that answered your question, Cam. What's Cam 8G? What's that? Cam...
Mage?
Mate.
What are we doing?
A mage?
Are we trying to figure out
Mage?
why they named themselves that?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out. That's fine.
Because they're unique individual stars.
Okay, well,
they're special.
Miley Cyrus.
What? All right.
So the
Anyways.
reductions, yes, exactly. That's what I figured you meant. And again, I still think I'm embracing those changes. That's why I think Arena is going to be more balanced.
I think it's going to be great to actually play my character again and not sit in CC the entire time, mind controlled around the map.
You mean
and
like
run
Warlocks
around.
when they can just summon that stupid succubus pet and like sleep you 5 times in a row?
That is
That
fun,
and
though.
then the 3 different fears they have that are not on diminishing
Shared
returns.
You guys,
Yeah.
wait, you guys can't kill that pet in 2 blows? Oh, that's just
Well,
me.
dude, when it sleeps you,
Well,
and then
I
it
can't
sleeps you
freaking
again,
get over to it fast enough to do anything.
I can.
Yeah, you got your charge, heroic leap, and all that stuff. I have to like.
spell reflect, whatever.
I can chew those damn things up, man.
I always do target them now. Like I make sure I kill them.
Yeah, I agree. It is gonna be, it's gonna be more animated. That is a good word. It is. It's gonna be. It's gonna have more depth. Now, I just hope they don't get rid of, like, I don't know. I hope they stop cutting a lot of really vital abilities. But I think that CC should be reduced. I think that it should
burst should be reduced.
The spike damage should be. It should be more. You know, everything should feel like pressure is pressure, and I think they're just going about it the right way.
Yeah.
So we'll see again. We'll see. Once that alpha comes out, if we get a chance to play it, I'm pretty sure we might, then we will let everybody know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be
pretty
cool.
sure.
Especially,
Yeah.
I really want to test out the marksman hunters with no pet. I want to see how that's.
Yeah,
going.
there's a lot of
that's gonna
classes
be
that are
interesting.
having cool stuff like that, and,
Yeah.
and that's just gonna be fun. The other question I had this week, did you have one?
Nope.
I had another question was, and I guess we kind of still touched on this one too, was with everything kind of drawing down right now, what are you guys doing to stay motivated and stay having fun?
Drinking.
Well, actually, you know, I've gotten down to only playing. I've been getting yelled at by my wife a lot. I've been tuned down to like 2, maybe 3 days a week playing, and even then it's like, I can jump on for an hour and I can jump off, or okay.
Which makes arenas and PvP fun.
Yeah, it makes it perfect timing.
It's the perfect thing to do.
But what we've been doing, and I guess I can speak for me and Eric on this one, is we've been going to do arenas, and sometimes we lose, sometimes we win. Either way, we're getting frustrated, but still having fun. And then we've been just a lot of PvP in general. And then we've been going and finding cool, fun ways to duel and ways to like mess with each other and go duel on like the big old tree on Mount Hyjal and knock somebody completely off and let them fall to their death and
With Dragon Roar.
or yeah, we just sit on like we have to duel each other, but we can't move. So you have to go face to face, or you have to duel somebody and you're off spec that you don't PvP with, like Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
so
fun.
basically, what I would see that as is just friends.
Just
Play the
having-
game
having-
with friends,
having
because
fun.
honestly, dueling someone random on top of the Tree of Hyjal,
It's not that.
it's
fun.
not fun. The one thing that I've been doing lately is I've been talking to a lot more people out, like in my normal day life, like when I'm out at work, when I'm out the grocery store. When I start talking to people randomly, which I do quite often, just start random conversations. I just kind of like feel it out and see if they're into video games, and if they are, I start trying to figure out what kind of video games, and I start talking like, "Oh, you play WoW?"
He starts rapping that Chase Hall. I play WoW. He walks to the grocery store doing that. I play WoW, and they were like, "Oh, cool, me too."
Yeah, so I've just been making a lot of friends. I've been making a lot of friends that play WoW in real life and bringing them over to our servers, or even just doing cross-realm stuff where we do 2v2s and everything. And it's been a lot of fun, and it's really what's kept me going in WoW, is helping everyone learn PvP. And I'm the byproduct of learning PvP. I mean, I'm learning from you, and then I'm sending that down the way.
Man, I'm not the best teacher.
Well, Eternal Fate also had a good point. I mean, another way to keep yourself entertained, not my way I prefer. I mean, I tried it with that one class, and I stopped at 30, is leveling up all the classes.
Shut up! You just boost him, you freaking
Yeah.
What are you talking
liar.
about? No, I actually got all the heirloom stuff for my Warlock, and I'm leveling them up, and I got him
Oh,
to
okay.
35.
That is.
And then
see,
once you get them to 60, you'll boost them.
See,
No,
that's
that's a lot
no.
of money. I'm
That
not
that
gonna
is
do
fun
that.
to do though. If you take and you level up a character and do low level battlegrounds, that's also very
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like your main class. Like I can go back and play a warrior at like level 30 and just crush dudes. But I mean, I've got 790s and I shelved them all except for one, and I've gotten so much better at that one class because of that.
Unfortunately, there are people out there like me who just really don't care about alts. I can sit on the same tune, and if I'm not PvPing or anything, I just go farm mats so that I can go make the Sky Golem, or so that I can, I don't know, get enchants for the entire team. Or I do things to help out the guildies and whatnot, but I mean, really,
Recruit a friend and bind on accounts for the win.
yeah. But really, like, for the multiple tune thing, I just can't get behind it. I was very, very tempted this week. So
Started another-
tempted.
See, I
No,
deleted.
whoa.
What?
To boost a monk.
Nope.
I was so tempted.
Oh, you haven't used your boost yet, have
I
you?
haven't used my
Oh
boost.
God, I wasted mine on a hunter. Ugh. I think that would have been my boost. Is a
monk?
God, that would have been it. I think.
I boosted a monk, never played him since.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, guys, but they just so cheat, dude.
Yeah, I've been
Cheat.
doing a lot of research. As I've been doing PvP, I've been doing a lot of research into all these classes. And actually, I'm going to plug a fellow YouTuber that I think is doing something fantastic right now.
Oh, me too. Okay, yeah.
D-Machine52. Look him up on YouTube. And right now, he has a series called Know Your Enemies. We'll put a description link in the video on YouTube. But D-Machine52 is a Retribution Paladin who's a really good PvPer. Someone that I've been watching for a little while now. And he started this series called Know Your Enemies. And it's good for even if you're trying to learn your own class, because it describes a lot of the abilities that other classes are worried about, like your defensive cooldowns, how to get through them, what not to do when they pop them.
How do they know?
Yeah, like it's a really cool series. So far, he has mages and hunters, I think, are the two that he's done so far. But he's releasing a new one every day from here until he's done with all the classes.
That's cool.
Cannot wait for the monk one,
Awesome idea.
because I've done so much research and I can't figure it out. I mean, there's too much self healing that they can do that I just can't get through. So, but that's really it.
Yeah, man, I got nothing else. What about you guys?
No, I'm good.
I'm ready for bed.
Yeah,
Like
I
something
spent
like
a lot of time working on my house today, so I'm
pooped.
ready for a nappy nap.
Never mind, these guys partied last night, and I guess I did a little bit too, but not really.
Actually, I want to talk to you about your night, because it was a special occasion for you.
Was it? Yeah, it was special. It was my anniversary last night.
His wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
It's cute.
yeah, it was
Aw.
cute. I had a good time.
I'm curious
Scored
to hear
brownie
about
points. Yeah.
Oh,
scored
yeah?
brownie points. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about it more off camera. No, I'm
it. Aw,
I'm still a virgin.
he's blushing.
My ass.
Still a virgin. You didn't know that? Still a virgin. There's other ways to have fun.
Anyways,
I'll believe
so
that when my shit turns purple and smells like a rainbow sherbet.
Well, all right, guys, that's pretty much the show. If you guys have more questions that we can answer, go ahead and you can comment like Cam8G did, and we'll answer your question.
And Eternal Fate.
And Eternal Fate, yeah, because they're very chatty in our chat room today. Probably the only two, I think, that I can see. And
we really need to make that screen bigger so we can see that.
we sure do, because feel like I'm blind.
That doesn't help. We need the text to be bigger.
And you could join the chat room and ask a question there. We also take our questions from our emails at justanotherwowshow@gmail.com. You could also comment on YouTube, Just Another WoW Show. Go to YouTube, look it up. Or you can tweet us. Twat us. What's it? Is it tweet?
It's a tweet.
Twitter,
Twit?
Twatter?
You can tweet us. It's tweet. I think it's tweet. I've heard that a lot. You can tweet us at. Is it Just Another WoW Show, Andre?
It's Jaws.
Oh, it's underscore Jaws.
That was in unison.
That was awesome.
Yep.
So, guys, that's the show. You guys could leave us any comments, anything you'd like, and yeah, we'd definitely like your feedback. So, thank you guys, and guess we'll catch you next time. See ya.